Hey everybody, good morning. How are you? I should have been a little more awake before I started recording, but I'm not because it's morning. So happy Aloha Friday. I'm Geebz. I'm your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge. And I cannot believe that all of 2022, I didn't do one Puscifer song. Just happened. 2021, I noticed here on my list, I did like 4 or 5. Don't know what happened in 2022, but thankfully, the members of Patreon, one in specific, wanted to hear Puscifer Horizons. So that's what we're queued up and ready to do. Hope you guys have some great plans this weekend. It's finally chilled out here. The waves are like head high for me. That's good. You know, most of the time it's bombing out there and I just can't surf in between. Sometimes in between swells, there's a little bit of a dip I can paddle out and then it starts creeping up and I got to go, I get back up on the wall and go, can't go out, guys, sorry. But, you know, we got about a week and a half of like some very fun old man Geebz size surf here. Anyhow, thank you like usual for your support. Cup of coffee, headsets, Patreon. I've got a new thing I'm doing on Patreon called the Patreon-a-thon. And you may want to check that out. I mean, you can at least go check that out without having to join. You can see what I'm doing there. And if you want to jump in for like a month or something, you can and bail. You just check it out. All right, guys, let's do this. This is Puscifer, and the song is Horizons. All right.
Dust devil swept you away. It's still not real. Ash and earn in silence. You talk to me. Dust devil swept you away. My recollections are all that's left of you.
Wow, what super trippy production on this. First of all, I got to speak out right now to that trap kit that's being played. Kind of reminds me of some original two-step style, kind of like that Genie in the Bottle, Christina Aguilar kind of thing that happened way back when. And but obviously, you know, a little more progressive sounds and stuff like that. And there's all these unique, super tight percussive things happening in the background. Sometimes it sounds like a little skipping of a needle or something like that. But the unique thing is that you have this two-step kind of pulling, herky-jerky kind of drum beat, but you've got this really super placid, beautiful acoustic guitar arrangement that is literally almost right up there in the mix. As loud as. I mean, the emphasis is heart, like kind of like the soulful, heart-pulling yearning that the guitar is playing. And I'm not reading the lyrics, so I'm not too familiar with what's going on here, but the connotation of what I'm hearing is this tug-of-war, you know, between this rhythm that keeps kind of lurching. It almost feels really uncomfortable a little bit. I mean, it's perfectly written, but if the intentions are to feel uncomfortable or to feel a little discombobulated, winner. There's also that opening, I think there was an opening voice, a reverse voice or something that I thought it was some kind of a pad or something at the very, very beginning. And I've got to admit, I've never heard Maynard's voice like this. It seems to be in a more somber kind of a tone and something like that. There's like he's in his space. He's in a quiet, private space with his voice, you know, and he's kind of letting us in, if you would, with this track, you know, for whatever you know the lyrics are and the emotions behind it. And then at the right before I stopped, there was a really super sick synth sub pleb bass swell. I don't know what you call these things anymore, but it kind of had this kind of what's the name of the dubstep, kind of a dubstep bassy, like. So this tug of war between these rhythm patterns and stuff like that, but the acoustic guitar playing, and also the chords that are being played in the acoustic guitar are not complicated, but he definitely wants to move you around, going kind of in and out of kind of like an uneasy kind of a place. But then he introduced this one little section that gave you just a remote amount of some kind of hope, and then kind of brought you back down into this glide. And also those background vocals are sick.
Devil swept you away. It's still not real. Ashen earth and silence. Dust devil swept you away. My recollections are all that's left of you. Swirl sway without me. Dust devil swept you away. Whirling, playful, dancing. What's left of you is ash and earth and this silent horizon. Swirling sway without me. Dust devil swept you away. Whirling, playful, dancing about you. What's left of you is ash and earth and the silence.
That was really, 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 really super slick. That ambient section that he did for this last minute of the track. Obviously using, probably some redigitized analog style sounds, to create a lot of that ambience. So once again, and to emphasize what I said earlier, there was this tug of war, emotional tug of war in the composition. And the ambience one denoted to me, because the kit dropped out, that that emotionally that was the heaviest part of the song for me, and when his voice came back in during these gliding ambient ethereal style pads, they weren't I wouldn't say traditional ethereal ambient pads, because some of them still even had some motion in them. So there are pads that keyboarders can play when you hold it down. It'll still swim and be something beautiful, but in the background there could be some soundscape that might interweave itself. And it sounds like there was a couple of those things that were in there. But that little section there where the drums completely dropped out and his voice kind of slipped back in was like, it felt like an ode or something, kind of a... But I mean, lyrically, since I only caught a few things like about a dirt devil in the wind or something, you never know really what Maynard is writing about. Until somebody tells me the backstory or something in comments, or maybe I catch an interview with him or something like that, and he explains it. But I really love this. This was great. I'm going to render this. I'm going to listen to the track unto itself, and without having to. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I'm thinking in a different capacity. So sometimes I'm in my own tug of war, where all of a sudden I'm hearing some really cool stuff, and I'm just kind of going, "Wow, that's cool." Oh shit, I'm doing a reaction. Wait a minute. I got to pull parts, So this was one of those tracks, funny enough. This was one of those tracks that kind of made me go, oh, wait, oh, shit. Excuse me. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for hanging out like usual. Have a just unbelievably perfect weekend. Just have it. End of story. Full stop. Thank you for your support. You know where the links are for the cup of coffee. Tomorrow, actually, I have... No, I'm sorry. Saturday. Yeah, that would be tomorrow. Sorry. I'm going to be on Twitch for a few hours doing some... I think... What am I doing? Dark Souls OST review if you guys are video gamers, you know. And if you are a video gamer and you come back by this video and you're still here, remember you type in I'm still here in the comments, you may want to check out that Twitch channel. It's down in the links too because that's all kind of focused on video game OSTs and if you're a gamer, that's kind of a fun place where I go into a different, broader space of decomposition amongst the video games. All right, guys. A little long-winded, but that's okay. It's morning time. I'm waking up. You guys take care. Have a killer weekend. See ya.